Right. Okay. Going right. What's down beside me nose there? Right. So Nashville, yeah. What I've just spotted. I've seen the photographs of the scene of crime. Uh, Basically, with what's going on in globally and in within the USA at the moment, with the seal of God and in God we trust. I mean, I'm with the true American people on this. Nashville means the home of folklore, yeah, or folk music, or the home of the note. So take note, okay. Whoever these deplorables are, it's a deplorable act. If I was to use words that have been coming out of the war room, it's another diversion to distract yourself away from what's actually going on with dominion, domination, demonetization, demonization, and the fact that the CCP, or the Chinese Communist Party, I actually seen one of their representatives talk about the year 2047. Now, if you look at 2047, that would be about the era that Christendom come into play. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So these deplorables that have done this have been set up and are from their inside terrorists, or don't know whether YouTube will let me get away with that, but that's what it is. And it's gone straight to the root of the heart of music. Do you know what I mean? Music is part of a key of life that brings us memories and stuff like that. And in good times, when you get married, when you have a birthday. At the moment, we're going through times where, let's say, people are debating whether the democratic individualization of your vote is true or not. Now, by some uh, outside force, let's say, yeah, because these people do exist in an outside force because they're too scared to come and step into the spotlight, so they stay in the limelight, let's say, yeah, okay. We've had a scene go off in Nashville. Now, remember the word vile, evil, or the veil, yeah, if we want to call it that. The veil of some group has made an attack upon their own people, basically. There's no way you can tell me that that camper van is not already registered, and even if it's on false plates, I mean, it's easily distinguishable, and it's probably a diversion anyway. If it's not, then the FBI are being stretched to their limit at the moment. It's a diversion away from getting the FBI to actually investigate the actual facts of Five Eyes, four continents, yeah, 45 or 54. 5 and 4 is 9. Minus that makes 1. Either way, you end up with 1, which is individualization. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we're all allowed our own freedom of speech, or the right to retain our freedom of speech. In this instance, I think it's diversion. It's diversion tactics to bring more time and diversion and more, how can I put it, anxiety? No, let's not use the word anxiety. More people basically sitting and laughing and saying, nice try. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you didn't take out that many people. Love and like respect to the people that were involved, or anybody who's lost anybody, or anybody that knows anybody that's lost anybody within that situation. We're working these things out by these people that are inside. You think that they've got some kind of pull or hold upon the way that things work. Now, I know in Britain we were told be moral, be militaristically, and stick to the rules. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The golden rule is we could go religious on that, or we could just stick by the golden rule is to be civil. So, I mean, this is a cosmic reset, yeah, and it's a re-civilization. Some people it point straight to the Masons, do you know what I mean? Or we can point straight to the Frankists, or we can point straight to Hezbollah or something like that, yeah. It's bigger than that, people. Do you know what I mean? This has been going on for time and time and time again. It's when you get these individuals that are or think they can buy time by causing distractions from somewhere else, when what is at the heart of it is not just America and China and what we're seeing on outside our British realm, actually. Do you know what I mean? In the day, and then say, well, the British know this. Do you know what I mean? We know nothing until things are proven. You know what I mean? You're innocent until proven guilty, or guilty until proven innocent. Do you know what I mean? Which is a harder fact to get out of. Do you know what I mean? If you've gone and attacked your own people in your own city, or you're from outside the city coming into another city to attack your own people in your own country, then it doesn't come from, let's say, the deplorables. It doesn't come from foreign agents or the illegal immigrants. It comes from the very people that hold power in that country, or in that nation, or within that certain state, or within that certain region, as we'd say in the UK, in that shire. And these are the people that we need to look at. Very, very rarely it happens here. We used to have a problem many, many years ago, and it seems to be kicking off in America with around this election fraud thing, and also around this sociological. Do you know what I mean? I have this Zuckerberg, but fair play to him. He's dragged a lot of things down. That means the sociology of how our actual internet works has got to change, because otherwise these divs are finding a way through it. Why should we go through Proton Mail to do journalism? Yeah, and pass off as if we're the intelligence agency. The intelligence agency know who these people are. Do you know what I mean? They're going back into British times using the AIR, yeah, just for an acronym. We knew who AIR was. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We knew on both sides. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. To get peace, you got one hand tied behind your back. Not everybody's going to comply. These people easy comply. So this story is going to be dragged out probably past January the 6th and further, and it's placed America, or certain states of America, outside of what's being argued about, into a diversion. Do you know what I mean? So, as Steve Bannon states, let's keep this in reality. Let's keep this let's keep this based. Do you know what I mean? On what this truly is about. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and it's about being truthful, being honest, and retaining our rights and our individuality. A lot of spiritual things are going on at the moment. I'll bring Elon Musk into it. I think he has to step up as well and start opening his mouth. He could speak about peds, but he couldn't speak about peds. He knew that the dictionary meanings of these. Not really a political man, but if he's got the money and the strings to pull it, I'm sure he's helping out his home country, or looking to where I've seen, do you know what I mean, through Priti Patel, and who was the other fella? Priti Patel, and somewhere that made up Africa. Basically, this is the next domain where we're fighting. I'm not fighting, actually causing diplomacy and interaction through the Bolton roads and through Africa. So this is a lot bigger thing. But let's confine it back to what I was talking about, which was Nashville. Do you know what I mean? In the day, that causes distraction, whilst other things go on. Just the world of oligarchs, the world of people with money, the world of, let's say, the Green New Deal and the World Economic Forum and things like that. The more distractions they can apply to us, and the people that are in the know are in the know. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that we have to concentrate on these things as people. We are the 99%. Really, we're the 100%. Do you know what I mean? These people at the top can't live without us, and we can't live without them. Do you know what I mean? They might have deep pockets. We're not seeing that at this present time, because as Boris Johnson said, whether you like him or not, society's real. Margaret Thatcher said that society was not real. Yeah. Now in lockdown, we're seeing that society is real, and there is certain elements in society that do exist, and we're watching it being played out. I watched a good stream last night for a few geezers and that, like, and I've been on Twitter and that's like, how do we put our finger on the context of this? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And the truth of it is it's a man's world, and it'll probably be a man that'll wreck it. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, so the two top people who we know of that have got the money are men. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, the two top people who we know in America at the moment who are fighting for to be president are men. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Whether it's their first lady, second lady, do you know what I mean? Whatever. And how we advance through this, we know this is a distraction. Nashville means the city of note. Nashville has got evil in it. It's got the veil in it. It's got in it. Do you know what I mean? It's got N in it, which is NN's the new normal. It's got an A in it as well, which is alpha. Also, air, earth, fire, water. Or you make a pyramid, 99, and you're always 1 degree out on a pyramid. Yeah. Or you spin it round again. Yeah. So you've got the 1%, which could be God. It could be a question. You know what I mean? You're 99% away from the answer of a question, and finding the answer to the question. 99 times you might try to find the answer, and then you get the answer. So, I mean, that doesn't make you want 100%. That means you found an answer to the next question. Do you know what I mean? Which then the 1% then turns into 99%, or you've got the answer. Do you know what I mean? There you go, answer 99 more questions to find the answer to the next bit. So life isn't a puzzle like that. Do you know what I mean? Not unless we all get in line and we all get accounted for, which has been going on anyway. Do you know what I mean? What they're is not even a they. What we're trying to do is get onto the same page because we have reached this peak. How can I put it? Spiritual, mental, definitely mentalism. Mentalism rules this universe. Do you know what I mean? Whether you like it or not. Mentalism rules everything. Hence atavism, hence activism. What we seen in Nashville was activism. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And these people that committed these atrocities, come dox me and come find me, okay? You're too scared to, just like the deplorables. You are one of those people. You are one of those paid off weirdos who are probably brainwashed and think you're doing the best for everybody else. Look at the scene of the crime. Look where you've hit. Do you know what I mean? Music, yeah, as well. M is also a W. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you sick. If you want to add that into it, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, some people might say this doesn't make sense. What are you going on about, Warren? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, but when you play into positive outlook on life and what's actually going on. You know, I've actually got a. Can you just see my children in the background there and my lemon tree there? I've got a candle with not much on it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and my little razor light there. Razor light, good band. So the attack that's been taken down is a distraction away from what's actually going down in America. Do you know what I mean? Which does need settling. Do you know what I mean? Not just that side of the pond, because I'm in the UK, but this side of the pond as well. We've had a nice little happy Christmas with, Corona's gone away, and now we're into mutants, now we're into variants, and we're still arguing about fishes, but everything's going to be okie dokie cool, and everything's going to be real, and it's going to be super real. Nothing's ever real until we get to April. Ripper, if you look at it, is a yeah. I'll switch to England now. Okay, yeah, Ripper. Just like in America with Walmart and stuff like that, yeah, where they're saying, I've seen a few of these people come up and say, Walmart have got paid grasses in there. Yeah, let's say grasses or snitches. Grasses, where do snakes live? In the grass. Unless you're as wise as a serpent and gentle like a dove, then you're in the tree. Do you know what I mean? The tree of life. Do you know what I mean? And then you're honest, then you can build through the tree of life. But when you're that low to the ground, do you know what I mean? And you work for Walmart, and then these people are asking you to keep your eye out if there's anything dodgy going on, if there's anything. The people that are creating the dodginess are the people that are asking you to keep your eyes open for something that's actually not there. The enemy is within. Do you know what I mean? It comes from education, knowledge, and information. You haven't got to worry about the next person if you're on the same intellectual level as them. It's like, well, why would I want to kill a brother, or why would I want to attack this certain sect of people, or this certain sect of people, or this certain section of people, if we didn't have communication skills and therefore an assembly of diplomacy, which is failing. Have we seen through this time before this, had more and more diplomats kicked out, and they're usually Russian diplomats. Do you know what I mean? Well, how come none of the Chinese diplomats have been kicked out? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, even though they're all moaning that the CCP have been, why has there been no mention of the Chinese diplomats being kicked out? Is there any Chinese diplomats? Could anybody answer me that question? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And if there is, why haven't they gone? Or have they been infiltrated like they're saying, and they've got representatives by their own people who may or may not have been infiltrated within this same scam, and now it's leaked down, and now it's come from the deplorables to the uncontrollables to the total trollables. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just people that are that trolled in the head, they don't know what day of the week it is, and they will carry out whatever they wish to do for the, for a pretty pound or a pretty dollar. Do you know what I mean? So straight off the top of the head stuff, I hope that made a bit of sense. I'm trying to bring it back into England, bit into home. The same thing is here in the Speaker's Corner. We seen the police the other week, and a lot of people moaning, I can go to Speaker's Corner whenever I want. Not when we're on high alert of, let's say, 37 prophets being revealed in the Arab nations. Do you know what I mean? Which has brought it a bit closer together, actually. But there's always going to be one bad apple. Do you know what I mean? So no matter where you are, you're in Speaker's Corner. Do you know what I mean? Because you're always using the 32, which is called cognitive dissonance, which is listening to your own brain, the monkey chatter in your own brain. Obviously, listening to lots of other things causes more cognitive dissonance. But that's why we have Speaker's Corner, to get on your soapbox and you're able to say things, but you can't expect, whilst we're going through incremental steps of an attack that was basically so serious that it's moral, military, and what was the other word? I forgot the other word, but moral and military are different now. So you have to use your morals and your militaristic thinking. Not many people think they're militaristic. They think of Rambo knives and guns, and that's not military thinking. The military thinking is to be organised, therefore, know the plan of attack and know we're being attacked by. Do you know what I mean? When we bring it back home. 24, I think it's, what is it, 2.4 million people, 24 million people are going into lockdown in the UK, as I divert from Nashville. And we're doing a postcode. Now, there's 6 digits in a postcode. 6 is not an evil number. 6 belongs to the creator also, because 6 turns out to be 9 anyway. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, at the end of the day. So it's a postcode lockdown. The 2 cities I would now say that are excluded from this, or which has already happened, is Birmingham and London. That's why there's 2.4 million, 24 million. 24 leaves 2 letters short of the alphabet, which is when you add 2 and 4, it makes A to Z. 4 is A, 2 is Z, A to Z. Okay, people have already run from London, supposedly. Birmingham is the next place to get the same as what Liverpool had, which is mass testing. Yeah, the mass testing is for anybody who's an illegal immigrant, or let's say wrong, and we get their mouse swabs and their genetic code to where we see where we're building a system, therefore, to install law and order along the line, on the long kick for our grandkids and stuff like that. As I've said in other videos, when you stand at any COVID place or any place where you've got to stand in line, you'll see a little pair of shoes or a shoe on the floor, yeah, and it's smaller than your footprint. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that means you're actually thinking into the future, or thinking progressively, and not thinking about yourself all the time. You're thinking unselfishly. You're giving a bit of distance to somebody else. You're not getting in people's faces. Do you know what I mean? You're not actually getting like I was the other night and getting into an argument because some geezer can't accept that his missus is bisexual. If you're an heterosexual and you've got bisexual missus, get your head round it. Return bisexual or get an heterosexual missus is the easy answer to that. Bit of a diversion again. Anyway, I get distracted that much when I'm flying like this, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So big love to Nashville. Okay. The letter that we're missing is A-E-I-O-U. Yeah, it's always vowels. I shouldn't earlier. I'll put it in one of my other videos. So Nash is shun, shun evil, shun the veil of evil. Yeah, but evil's happened. So by these people doing this, it's narrowed the margin down on which. How could I put it? I wouldn't really say corporations or organisations, but who's actually causing this madness and why they're doing it. We can't really blame it on one party or the other. We can't really blame it on one nation or the other. We can only blame it on each other, and that is society and the civilized society that is trying to be set up. If you're going to be civilized and social about things, which is not socialism, that's just being a male and a female, or just being nice to one another. Yeah, even if you get into an argument, it can be talked out. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, by letting something off like that, it's what are you trying to say? Yeah. So we'll see in the preceding weeks, probably faster than that. Do you know what I mean? If so-called amount of money into the MIC, military industrial complex, is what it says it is. If the FBI is what it says it is, if GCHQ is what it says it is, these people are easily found. Do you know what I mean? Very, 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 very easily found. And let's see whether the media want to make 2 and 2 equals 5, or they want to make 2 plus 2 equals 4 very, very quickly. Okay, so a bit off a tangent because I don't really prepare anything. It was just straight off the top of the head on pictures that I've just seen. They were masonically set up because that's how we work. It means Freemasonic, Masonic, and also Masonry, which is not really a bad term when you add in all the other perspectives on how this spiritualness comes together. Okay, we use that to build with each other, and iron sharpens iron. So let's put love out there and hope that these people are found very quick.